Hello, everyone. Gisele Sherry here. I just wanted to pop on briefly. Of course, it may be longer than briefly by the time I get going, but I wanted to share some thoughts I had. Dan and I have been sharing our experiences about our own health journey, and we welcome any questions or comments that you might have. And we've had some come in, and I appreciate those. And well, I wanted to say that a health journey or vibrant health, it might seem a little challenging. It's not hard. It's just it might seem challenging because for the longest time we have done things in our life a certain way. It could be the way we were raised, and our parents did the best they could with the knowledge that they had. And so, when things are happening in your life, especially with your health, you can't point fingers at other people because I think everybody does the best they can, again, with what they know, especially our parents. And I remember TV dinners. I remember when microwaves became so popularized and everything. And yeah, it was fast and easy. But, microwaves have been banned in Russia because of all the radiation they put out. Even when they're not on, as long as they're plugged in, it's still putting out all this radiation there. I've watched somebody with a tool of sorts that measured that, and it amazed me from across the room. Uh, it would sound off even when the microwave wasn't running, and then when it was running, it was really bombarding that across the room. So, especially if you're standing in front of it, you're getting all that hitting your body. So, that's just one of many things. But vibrant health does not have to be hard. It's a decision. It is a choice. It's about what do you want for you as far as your health. And I'm going to take these off because we had a glare. Anyway, so how healthy do you want to be? How good do you want to feel? What uh, quality of life do you want to have? I've heard so many excuses like, well, you only live once, so I want to eat my meat, I want to have my beer, I want to have this, I want to have that. And people are smart. People know what's really good for their body and what isn't good for their body. A lot of times the problem is they're either um, addicted because, well, foods are designed to be addictive, especially the sugar. And then of course your alcohols and things like that. There's always the or a lot of people believe that it's an excuse to relax and let go. And there's a lot of ways to do that without putting poison in your body, alcohol and sugar. It just can lead to more problems than supposed good. Okay, so many other ways to feel better and relax without the side effects and the effects on your liver, your kidneys, and the premature aging, all of that. Okay. So, yeah, people know what's good for them and what's not good for them. And there again, excuses like you only live once. Okay, fine. So, do you want to live a long life, which will probably be shortened rather quickly? Um, if you continue to put processed foods, junk foods, dyes, adulterated foods, meats are real hard to digest and they gunk up your colon really quick. You don't always pass it out, so it gets locked in the pockets in your intestinal tract and putrefies and creates disease. Um, so many more things about that I won't go into on this one. Ultimately, though, it's about making a decision and making a choice. Now, my own journey and Dan's journey as well, it took some time. I mean, I was a meat eater. I'd have the fried chicken and the mashed potatoes and the gravy and the bread and all that stuff. Most of us, standard American diet or SAD for short. Most of us were raised that way. And there again, our parents did the best they could with the knowledge they had at the time. All these things, this way of eating, especially cooked food, nutrition is cooked out of it. You don't really get your vitamins and minerals. And a lot of times you're still hungry because you're not satiated, because you are not feeding the cells of your body with what it truly needs. Okay. I stopped eating meat, gosh, I don't know, maybe 8+ years ago, maybe it's longer than that. I tapered down, and then I was eating chicken for a little while and some fish, and then I decided I did not want any more flesh foods. For one, it's not that I don't like it. I choose better for my body. I choose health over not having health, and I choose a better quality of life so that I can enjoy my life not only with my wonderful husband Dan, but with my children and my family, and I can go do things for a long, long time without being on medications, having to use a cane, struggling. So many things that people in their later years, because they haven't taken care of their body, they're suffering unnecessarily. Okay. And it doesn't have to be that way. So I have a webinar coming up. I've announced it before. I've kind of planted the seeds, but it's about health does not have to be complicated, and it's going to be in several parts, so it's not everything at once. I'm not here to overwhelm you. I'm here to share my own experiences and things that have worked for me and for Dan, and to give you steps that you can add into your life every day to make your life simpler, easier. Because for the people who say you only live life once, and they're making excuses for what they're putting in their body, which is poisonous, and a lot of times they know better, it's everyone is 100% responsible for their life and their health, and by the choices they make. That's all it is. What do you choose? A better quality of life, or where you're eking by in your latter years and you hurt and you're having all these problems? That doesn't sound like any fun to me, and I don't wish that on anyone. And I've seen so much obesity and disease and illness and people, and it's like it's everywhere, and it doesn't have to be that way. Dan and I feel so much better in our bodies the way we're eating. We do green smoothies every day with protein powder and some other things, plant-based, not whey. It's plant-based proteins that we use. We get our protein through green leafy vegetables. Protein is in every fruit and vegetable. It's just there's more in dark leafy greens, and of course nuts and seeds. There's ways of getting your protein, and I think you can get too much protein after a certain point, so it's kind of overrated. And as far as having to eat meat to get your protein, well, when you eat a steak or you eat some kind of animal for your meat, you're getting it secondhand, because you don't see a cow or a horse or these large, strong animals sitting down to a steak dinner. Okay, no, they're getting it from the amino acids in the grasses in the plants, and that's what it is the amino acids. So when you're eating meat, you're getting it secondhand, plus you're inviting all the extra problems that come with it, because we were not designed to break it down like carnivores in the wild. Okay, so keep your eyes open for that webinar, and you have any questions, you have any comments, please feel free to write it, comment, and please share, because Dan and I just want to help as many people as we can, so that there's a healthier, happier world. Because when you're healthy in your body, you're happier, happier. And to me, ultimately, there'll be less fighting, because when people feel bad in their body, they're not very loving. So until next time, Ultreya, move forward with courage and in love. Bye-bye.